This is a rural area, and in a rural area, people accessing information is hard. Having information is having power. If you are not informed, real development may just leave you behind.
The African Rural University is aiming at transforming communities, focusing on women as the agents of transformation.
If we remain in background, we cannot really create the kind of community we want, and yet we really need to transform Uganda. We need women to take leadership, to have the confidence and have the right resources and skills to do it.
Our work is to enable the people to recognize that as Ugandans, they can work together and transcend traditional prejudices caused by gender, political, religious differences. Therefore, the graduates become agents and change makers.
Down there in the village, they call me a change maker. They call me empowered woman. I have empowered other women to do what they want, what they feel it is good for their lives.
That's what we do. You become a social entrepreneur who works for the benefit of the community.
Aru has remained open as a center where the community can access knowledge and skills to transform themselves. Because the community holds it in esteem, there are no walls, there are no gates. The challenge is now to get this scaled up.
I would like to see this as a center of excellence and a reference point for rural affairs, for rural studies.
Aru is still in its infancy, but this does not mean that it's still an infant in all aspects of life. We are actually working towards making it an institution that could stand the test of time.
We have a provisional license. So our first aim is to get a charter. So we'll be a university beginning to stand on our own.
Now the university coming into existence requires that more library resources are put in place.
There is a lot of potential that this library is going to unlock. It shall open doors for us to attract more students.
Without library, you can't produce good graduates. So it's vital. It's not only necessary, it's vital. But also, if we stock the libraries with material that's relevant to the needs of the local community, we'll attract them to come here and learn.
Learning is continuous. So we need to give people this opportunity that they can have a facility that allows that continuous education process to go on.
The idea now in society of what is a library is already in such an evolving state. What we're considering to be a library and a resource center here on the URDTRO campus is going to be something else entirely. It's something that's so unique and true to what people are doing here. We can bring even another layer to the idea of library design.
A resource center is where you find research documentations, all kinds of knowledge which are expected to contribute to development, whereby when a woman is engaged in a business, they may come to that resource center and read more about how people have been successful. Then it can inspire you.
We believe that this will be a resource center, not only for the university and URDT and other institutions here on this campus, but also for the local community. You don't see that in most universities.
In fact, the research we are doing is to know different ways that we can still change our communities.
Personally, as a farmer, I would love to see this library talk about more of us, more of African, more of Ugandan. Because when you look at agriculture today, we read much about what you do in the USA. We read much about what is done in the UK. In this new library, I look at having an opportunity, we can come up with write-ups, video coverages of exactly what we are doing here. We avail them in the library so that then it could help them change their own livelihoods.
Yeah, what they have learned here, they should be able to go back home and set up the same projects.
We have people who are generating information, packaging it, and making it available. We should emphasize a learning process that triggers the desire in people to want to know something new and take action.
We go beyond what is normally prescribed, going beyond the boundaries of education and challenging people to reach the highest in themselves